Hello everyone. In this video, we will help you determine which international letter you require and how to request them. Let's start by learning where we can find this information. Start by accessing the student portal from the Georgian College website. After confirming your offer to a Georgian College program, you will have received a confirmation letter or letter of acceptance, identifying the login and default password for all student systems. If you no longer have access to your login credentials or simply require assistance logging in, contact the Georgian College IT Service Desk. Once logged in to the student portal, select International from the available tabs at the top of the page. From the left navigation menu, select Immigration Support. Among the many other international student supports, click on What Documents Do I Need under the Applying for Permits header. Here, we've compiled the most common international student circumstances that require documentation. Start by reviewing the varying scenarios under the Reasons for Document Request section. We can then narrow your findings by reviewing the Student Status column and identify your required documents. Now that we've determined your required documentation, refer to the How do I request the documents column. Most documents can be requested from the Document Hub, accessible from the student portal. Let's take the time now to review how to access and request letters from the Document Hub. We'll start by returning to the student portal homepage. Under the My Quick Links section, select Document Hub. The Document Hub application is easy to use and is quite intuitive. Start by clicking on Request a Letter. You will then be prompted to select a term. After doing so, you'll be presented with a list of available letters that you can request. If your required letter is not available, please review the International Document resource shown earlier in this video, or contact the Office of the Registrar. After its request, your letters will become available in your Document Hub within 48 hours. Now that we know how to request a letter, let's quickly review one of our most commonly requested letters, the enrollment letter. Your enrollment letter, among other purposes, is commonly requested for study or work permit applications and extensions, applications for your Canadian entry visa, proof of registration, if you plan to travel outside of Canada during your studies, if you have family applying for a visitor visa, if you wish to open a Canadian bank account or apply for bank loans, and more. Now that we have a better understanding as to when we require an enrollment letter, let's explore the requirements to request one. Firstly, students must be registered into a full-time course load. As an international student, you'll require a full-time enrollment letter to apply for a study permit. As a result, in order to qualify for this letter, you must be registered into a full-time course load. Letters will not be released unless all outstanding fees have been paid and there are no existing holds on account. Let's quickly explore how you can request an enrollment letter given the following common student scenarios. If you're following the natural progression of your full-time program, you can request your letter from the Student Portal Document Hub. Your letter will become available within 48 hours. Part-time letters are not designed to be used for study permit extensions. International students are not permitted to take part-time course loads in any term with the exception of their final semester. If you're not following the natural progression of your program, you're classified as out of sequence. It is important that you work with your program coordinator to revise your academic plan and program progression. You can then contact the Office of the Registrar to update your expected graduation date. Failure to notify the Office of the Registrar may result in an incorrect expected graduation date displayed on your enrollment letter. The expected graduation date is important because it lets immigration know how much longer the study permit will need to be extended for. Make sure to register for an immigration information session on the student portal. These sessions will show you how to apply for a study permit extension through the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada website, IRCC for short. Some Georgian College programs have integrated work terms as part of the graduation requirements. While attending your co-op work term, you cannot request enrollment letters from the Student Portal Document Hub. Rather, you'll need to request this letter by contacting the Office of the Registrar. If your study permit will expire before the start of the next semester, you can simply pay the $2,500 deposit for the future semester and request your enrollment letter from the Document Hub. If your study permit will expire before the start of the next semester and you're scheduled for a co-op work term, no deposit is required. While you cannot request this letter from the Document Hub, you can contact the Office of the Registrar informing them of your request, and your letter will appear in your Document Hub within 48 hours. Congratulations! We now know how to identify and request our required international letters. Thank you for taking the time to watch this resource. If you have questions beyond this video resource, please feel free to contact the Georgian College International Advisors and Office of the Registrar. For more helpful resources like this one, click on the Academics page in the Student Portal.